Just wanted to make this video because I had a friend who recently purchased a Switch and they didn't have a whole lot of accessories, and I have a lot of them, so I figured I could showcase them and hopefully, some of this information is useful. Hope you enjoyed the video. The camera doesn't really pick this up too well. The very first thing I would recommend everyone picking up if they get a new Switch is a tempered glass screen protector, and not one of those like flimsy plastic ones, but a tempered glass one. It's really important just because you don't want to scratch the screen, obviously. The dock is also prone to scratching the screen as well. The next thing here is a USB-C power supply, and it's super important to get a USB-C one and not just a USB charger. With this one, I can get about 15 hours of playtime, so it's kind of nice, especially if you have a power outage or something like that. And next up, Switch cases. If you take your Switch on the go. This is kind of the slimmest one that I have. I got the Zelda one as well that came with the collector edition of that one. You can fit some more accessories and, a couple things. Got spots for some games and whatnot. It's pretty bulky though. And then the last case I have is the Hori bag, which is perfect if you go camping or you need to bring the whole console itself and a bunch of other things to like a friend's house for, whatever reason. Lots of space. You can kind of make your own design with the inserts, so it's kind of cool. And next up, got some Hori game cases here. This kind of holds the little carts. I used to use that one, but then I got this one here, and it's just a lot easier to have access to all your games in kind of one spot. Next up, we have some controllers. There's the Pro controller. I have the little Joy-Con grip with the charging thing. It's kind of stupid it wasn't included, but the other one works. Some custom D-pad Joy-Cons there. I really like that purple color. It's a bit of a headache to replace the Joy-Con shells. There's some tutorials on how to do that online. There are also a lot of different other colors and things like that. I highly recommend it though for just being able to have a D-pad on a Joy-Con. Hori also does sell an individual D-pad Joy-Con. I don't have that one yet, but if I were needing one, I would probably consider that one. Nintendo Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic controllers, and normally they wouldn't work on the Switch, but with this little 8-bit do device, it connects it as a Bluetooth and allows you to use, other controllers from the Wii, GameCube, the NES Classic, Super Nintendo Classic, so I like using that on the Switch. Nintendo does also sell official NES and Super Nintendo controllers, but they're a little expensive, and the little dongle thing that I have works just fine for me. And next up, got a Amiibo reader there. You can basically just download Amiibos. I got the Mario Maker 2 stylus, which basically only works in Mario Maker 2. I haven't found a game that actually uses a stylus, but it's still kind of a cool little accessory. And one of the last things we have here is it's a dock. I basically wanted a small kind of travel size dock because the one that comes with the Switch is super large and kind of bulky to carry around, and it was kind of a headache having to unplug everything and then etc. So I purchased a second dock and then took that apart and then found that shell on Amazon and was able to kind of put the insides of an official dock inside that. I wouldn't recommend getting a third-party external dock because it could brick your Switch. Just kind of puts my mind at ease having a first-party one, and then it's just kind of like a, shell. I've seen some people 3D print them before. And last up here, we have the Hori Play Stand. Basically, this will just let you kind of play with the system undocked, and then you can kind of charge it from the bottom. There's a spot for the charger, and yeah, while I was editing this video, I actually remembered about the LAN adapter for the Switch. I highly recommend that if you plan on playing online games. hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try my best to answer them. Make sure to follow my Twitch and my Twitter. Just because, you know, I stream irregularly, but I do stream now a lot more. And I do make Twitter content. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check me out. I'll see you in the next one.